everyone! Welcome to the channel Question to Cure. This is the start of a medical research series where we explore large, complicated health science topics and break them down into small, bite-sized videos for any of us to learn to think like a researcher. Let's see what we have for today.
Say I flip a coin and it lands heads. Is the coin rigged? Of course not. You'd laugh at me. One flip tells you nothing. You'd want to see it again and again before you'd accuse me of anything. Everybody understands this instinctively about coins. Almost nobody applies it to headlines about science. So here's the first word that matters: reproducible. A result is reproducible if somebody else, different people, different building, different equipment, follows your method and gets the same answer. And notice why that is such a demanding test. It rules out luck because luck doesn't travel. It rules out a broken machine in your lab because they don't have your machine. And most importantly, it rules out you fooling yourself, which is by far the most common way science goes wrong. Not fraud, just a person who badly wants their idea to be true, looking at ambiguous data. Somebody who doesn't care whether you're right is a much better test of your idea than you are. The second word is robust, and it's a step further. Reproducible means it repeats when you do the same thing, and robust means it survives when you don't. Tried in older patients, tried in a different country, with a different diet and a different climate. Nudge the dose, run it in winter instead of summer. If the effect keeps showing up through all of that, you've finally found something about the world. If it only appears in 21-year-old men in one city at one exact dose in one season, you might have found something about your lab. Both results are worth knowing, but they are very different claims, and people constantly report the second as though it was the first. Now, here's the uncomfortable part, and I think it's the most honest thing science has done in my lifetime. Over the last decade or so, researchers went back to a large batch of well-known published studies, psychologically especially, but not only psychology, and simply tried to run them again. A substantial share of the original findings didn't hold up. Effects actually shrank. Some vanished entirely. And when that came out, a lot of people said, see, science is broken. I'd argue the exact opposite. No other field does this. Nobody reruns the horoscopes. Nobody checks whether last year's political predictions came true. Science is the one place that went looking for its own mistakes, published what it found, and changed how it works because of it. A field that can embarrass itself in public is a field you can trust. Underneath all of it is one uncomfortable statistical fact. If enough people run enough experiments, some of them will get a striking result by pure chance. Not because anyone cheated, because that's what chance does. A single study can't tell you which one it is. From the inside, a real effect and a lucky accident look exactly the same. Repetition is the only thing that separates them. The flukes don't repeat, but the real effects do. Which is why one study is a rumor. Repeated, checked by strangers, nudged from a dozen directions, and still standing, that's a fact. So next time you see a new study shows, and it will be next time because it's always next time, ask the only question that matters. Has anybody managed to see it twice?
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of the series linked in the description below. Bye!